Hello everybody, it's Patty again, and I'm here to discuss some things while I'm drinking a margarita. This is a watermelon margarita. I bought a lot of watermelons the other day, and they weren't, I don't know, they were from Walmart, and I don't know if that makes a difference, but it probably does. But they weren't very good, so I wanted to just use up the watermelons, and so I found this really cool recipe, and it's basically watermelons, lime juice. I was supposed to use, I guess, some kind of liqueur, but I didn't have it, so it's just watermelons, lime juice. I put a little bit of stevia in there for extra sweetness, and obviously tequila. So I wanted to take this opportunity to discuss a new adventure that I'm going to be embarking upon. And that adventure is that I'm going to be studying holistic nutrition at the University of Natural Health. And I'm also studying to be what is called a hygiophysician, which is basically the study of hygienic medicine, or what they call natural hygiene. And natural hygiene is really kind of a philosophy of health. And it's really, in my opinion, from what I've studied and from the people I've worked with, it is following the principles of natural hygiene, really the ideal way to maintain health. And not only to maintain health, but to live a highly energetic, happy life. And that's really what I need, because I haven't really been following what I know to be true. For example, I've been drinking way too many cafe mochas the last couple of months. I do drink them with soy milk, and the chocolate that is used doesn't have any milk products, but it is, even though it's a vegan product, it's not healthy for me. And I know that because my body has been reacting adversely, and my moods have been off. I don't know, I go up and down, and I noticed that, the caffeine is really adversely affecting me. It's not a really good way to get energy, I would much rather get my energy from natural foods, not from drugs, which caffeine is a drug, so it's not really good. Now, with that said, I am drinking a margarita which has tequila in it, so that's not really good, but as I study this natural hygiene and holistic nutrition, I see myself embarking on a path where, yes, I might have to be very strict with myself, but I'm hoping in the long run that that's going to result in me feeling so amazing that I don't need caffeine or alcohol to artificially change my mood. I want to feel great just naturally. And so with natural hygiene, you are eating really pure foods, mostly fruit, some greens, obviously, some other vegetables, and maybe a small amount of raw nuts and raw seeds, but that's pretty much it. And you can do a lot of amazing things. The past couple of days, even though today I did have coffee, I did have a mocha with raw cacao, by the way. But I guess it really wasn't raw because I heated it up in the soy milk I used and made a mocha. Anyway, I'm getting off the subject. I have, for the past couple of days, I've been eating a lot of fruit. I've been making a lot of smoothies with fruits. And then, last night, I had a big green salad. So I'm trying to eat mostly fruits throughout the day, and then maybe in the evenings have some greens. But as I learn natural hygiene, and I learn the principles of food combining, I'm hoping that the knowledge I have will make me the picture of health. That's what I want to be. My birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks. I will be 38 years old. It seems kind of old, doesn't it? But, I want to feel amazing through, up till my 90s or 100s. I don't want to I don't want to feel low energy. And, you know, the physiological effects I've had from diet and from adverse dietary choices, and then making changes in my diet and feeling amazing, I know how food works to heal, you know, and it's really true. What you put in your body becomes you. What you consume, you know, you break those food particles down into their monomeric subunits, you absorb that into your blood, and then those nutrients become who you are. You know, they become your building blocks. So why would you want to put crap in your body? You know, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And the fact that so many people are sick these days, you know, and we're not making the connection between diet and health. It's such a vital component. Obviously, there's other things in diet that are important. And I have to work on a lot of those, you know, like getting the proper amount of sleep, drinking enough water. You know, I've noticed that when I was doing a lot of the mochas, I was chronically dehydrated. And I could tell because my skin was reacting adversely. My skin was dry. It was itching. I was thirsty all of the time. I also noticed my esophagus burns when I'm dehydrated. And that could be just, again, because the caffeine is probably aggravating that as well. So yeah, water is important. Thoughts are very important. You want to have the kind of thoughts that that uplift you. And I know that personally I've been dealing with a lot of emotional issues that I won't go into, but you know, sometimes you get depressed because of things that are happening in your life, or you might feel really down. You know, I know personally I'm very sensitive and I pick up on other people's emotions. When other people are sad and depressed, I tend to be sad and depressed. And I don't know why I connect so strongly with other people, but I do. And when I feed off of their emotions, sometimes I behave in not the wisest ways. So one thing I hope to do is work on that as kind of a personal goal, not to be so affected. And finding out that I'm a highly sensitive person wasn't easy to do. I kind of was reading a lot of different books, and I was like, wow, that's me. I'm highly sensitive. You know, I startle easily. It's really easy to freak me out. I have a friend at work that likes to come into my office and yell, boo! And then I just like throw stuff up in the air and I freak out, and that's what I do. So that's kind of what I'm up to these days, and just wanted to share that with everybody. I guess I might play some guitar. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to add about natural hygiene and holistic nutrition, because I always think this is extremely important to include. You know, changing your diet can be very hard because the media, everybody around us, they're telling us to eat crap all the time. You know, commercials are saying, we'll have these happy people on television telling you to consume the worst foods and drugs that make you sick. And then obviously social gatherings, people are always, you know, consuming foods that aren't the best. So I understand the challenges, and you know what? Maybe that's why I'm alone all the time, and you know, I feel sad a lot because I don't get out as much as I should. I don't have a lot of raw vegan friends out there. But I'm hoping to get more friends like that, and I'm really trying to also embrace the fact that I'm going to be encountering people that don't eat the same way that I do, but I can accept going to restaurants and finding something usually, and if I investigate the restaurant beforehand and I know they don't have anything that I can eat, then I just eat something and I go there for the company. Because going out with people, I'm really there for the relationship, not really for the food or whatever. But another point that I wanted to bring up was the fact that, you know, what we're doing to animals on this planet. I have to bring this up because it's an atrocity. I mean, the way that animals are treated in factory farms, it's, I mean, as a human race, we should be ashamed of ourselves. These animals are abused They are tortured. They don't get any natural sunlight. They don't get, they're confined. If you watch videos from the Humane Societies of the United States or PETA or Farm Sanctuary, or just Google factory farms, you'll see the torture. And I know a lot of times on videos they highlight the worst case scenarios, but in my opinion, if one animal is abused, that's one too many. And that's enough reason for myself personally to just not participate in suffering anymore. I know animals have feelings, and people will argue with me, we can't prove that. Well, maybe we can't prove that animals have feelings, but why not fall on the side of compassion? If we're not sure that animals have feelings, we can at least still assume they do, because the compassionate thing to do would be that they do have feelings and they're suffering, just like we suffer. I know that my own dogs and cats suffer. Like we had a really bad thunderstorm tonight, and my dogs were freaking out. Harvey was nervous, he was shaking, he was scared. And Harvey's a dog. And pigs, cows, chickens, they can feel those same things. They can be scared. A chicken should be able to live its life. It should be able to nest. It should be able to, express its natural tendencies. And when we cram them into small little cages where they become neurotic animals and they peck at each other, and then we have to cut their beaks off so that they're not damaging each other, and when they cut their beaks off, they don't give them an anesthetic. They have this massive amount of pain. It's like if someone cut your front of your face off. That's horrific. And we do this to these chickens, and more horrific things to cows and pigs, and it's just mind-boggling. So not only is this diet going to help you, but it's going to help the animals, it's going to help the environment. It's just, practically, it is the best way to live. And I can't imagine anybody else not wanting to do this. It's just there's so many positives about eating for your health, I feel like Dr. Steve Brule, for your health. Quick song that I'll play. I don't even know what I'm going to play today. Okay. Let me have a drink here. So, the guitar song I'm going to play for you tonight, I may have played this already. I apologize if this is like the second time you're hearing this. But it's by Pink Floyd. It's called Is There Anybody Out There? And I'm dedicating this song to all of the animals that suffer alone every second, because I can't imagine being given the gift of being alive and having to not be able to live, to be confined, to be tortured. So I'm doing this song for the animals, and I love animals, and I'm not going to participate in animal suffering anymore. And I hope you also decide not to participate in animal suffering by choosing a vegan lifestyle. All right, here we go. Is there anybody out there? Planets Is Anybody Out There by Pink Floyd, for the animals that we share this planet with. We all breathe the same air, and we're physiologically made up of the same energy and matter. So do what's right and be compassionate to yourself, to your own body, and to the animals. Thank you.